Hey, welcome to Spiritual Sense Information for Your Soul. I am Charisse, and I haven't had sex in a year. So I'm not Christian. I really don't identify that way. I am spiritual, but I didn't do this for spiritual reasons. This wasn't to get closer to God or like to get back on a path of whatever, righteousness, whatever. It wasn't any of those things. This type of video is not, this isn't anybody's business, I feel. But, you know, our best ideas come in the shower. And I feel like when I get an idea, like something comes from inside of me, especially if it's something that I don't really agree with, I feel like it comes directly from God and that there's a bigger purpose to whatever it is I may want in that moment. So on one hand, like I would prefer, you know, not to talk about this on camera and like to have like just closed discussions with other people. But on the other hand, I really know the value of stories, and I know that someone somewhere, maybe you, will be touched by what I'm sharing today, and it may help you in some way. And that's really the goal of my entire channel. So I'm gonna share like this piece of information about myself. It's not juicy, like there's nothing salacious. I think I'm very, very comfortable talking about sex, and I'll have like more, I already have like topics about sex on this channel, but I'll have more educational stuff coming. I've gone a year before without having sex, a year and a half, 2 years. Previously, I was very religious, and so trying to be a good Christian was a part of like that drive to not have sex and to do everything and not sin. Like the word sin isn't even in like my vocabulary right now. I understand it's like a part of understanding how to do the right thing if you're a Christian, but it's not a term that has helped me in my growth and evolution. So I just don't think like that anymore. I really do think in terms of spiritual growth, you know, growing as a person, having less triggers. But I didn't stop. The goal of not having sex was not to grow as a person necessarily. Wasn't to grow spiritually. It was basically, I ended my relationship that was abusive last year, summer. And a couple months after that, I thought I was in a place where I could date again. I ended up attracting someone who was emotionally unavailable, and I don't have time for that. So I thought maybe because we attract what we are, maybe I still need some time, right? So I need to grow emotionally. I need to, you know, learn some new things for myself. And so I'm just not gonna prioritize this area of my life. I have like other things that I'm working on. I was, you know, planning to move across states. I was transitioning to the workforce and like my career. I was really trying to like prioritize that and work on goals related to that. And my theme for this year has been female friendships. It's really been about building a sisterhood, like in addition to my sisters, finding women who think similarly to me, who are on like the same goals trajectory as me, that I can learn and grow with. That's what like this year has been about. So it's not even, I said in the beginning of the year, I'm not gonna date, I'm not gonna prioritize like finding someone. That's really not my goal for the year. Here are these other areas that I'm going to like prioritize in my life. And it just kind of so happened that sex was one of the areas that just was ranked really low for me this year. And so I didn't pursue relationships or sexual relationships with anyone when like this year started. It wasn't necessarily no sex. Like it wasn't like I was like, no sex, I'm anti-sex. It was just other areas of my life. After I moved and then got settled, I said, I think it's been a while now. I think emotionally I'm in a place that I want to be, and I can date now. And so this summer I started dating, and still no sex. And so like here we are at the end of November. December is about to start. It's like right around the corner, and I still haven't had sex. And not having sex is really not that difficult for me. My goal in dating was to have fun, get to know people, and really build like a foundation of friendship. Like that was my goal. And I'm not out here having sex with my friends. Like I've definitely had like friends with benefits relationships, but that's not my goal anymore. So I'm not introducing sex when I'm just building friendship. You know, at that moment, like, are there men who are not on board with that? Yeah, definitely. Those are not my people. You know what? Like, if my goal is to not have sex and to get to know someone on an emotional level, without like the distraction of sex, and there's a man who would prefer to have the distraction of sex early on, then that's just not the guy for me. So no, I mean, and I am not mad. Like that doesn't bother me. It just doesn't really bother me. I am looking for something very specific, and I'm not really interested in good enough or settling or whatever. So I'm in this place now where I have been, you know, developing a really good foundation of, you know, shared emotions and friendship and time. And the space that I'm in now is a different one that I've been in all year. So I've been single, then I've started dating, and I think my really the reason for making this video is I'm sort of in this place where I don't think I should have sex, but I desire it. Sort of like a craving. And having been someone who's been in an addictive, abusive relationship, I know cravings are really not that great to have. And I just don't act on it. I'm just paying attention to like the feelings that are happening for me now, coming up, like just watching them, see what they do for me, what else they bring up for me, but not like going out there and saying, oh, well, I'm starting to really desire it now, so I must need to have sex now. No, okay? I control my body does not control me, which makes me think about fasting, because I'm fasting and I might be going crazy. I'm like really thinking I might die. Anyway, neither here nor there. My point is, right, there's some things in our life that are really difficult, some things that come pretty easily. Not having sex this year came pretty easy for me. I did say that I'm gonna prioritize these other areas in my life, right, to grow. And it just so happened that sex was just an area that I didn't prioritize. And now I'm shifting into a different place where it's becoming difficult not to have sex. And what does that mean? I don't have the answer to that. I have no idea. And I'm sure it means different things to every person who might be going through something like this. But the advice that I always have is pause. You can ask God a question, listen to spirit, channel the love, and listen. And whatever question we might have, the universe definitely has an answer. So I suppose I'll be giving an update. Good grief. I suppose it's only fair if you watch this video and you care that I let you know how it goes. I'm shifting into doing this for a spiritual reason. That's really what it is. And I would encourage anyone, I'm telling my sister right now, like, when you're getting to know someone, just like take sex off the table. And I'm not a 90-day person. Lots of people give out that advice. My healer told me that advice. That's not, I understand the value of giving people a set date, but I prefer to do things that feel right for me and that sit well with my soul. And so what if it was day 80, like who cares? I don't care. People have sex on the first date and they stay together forever. Like I don't do those things. But I would encourage anyone like to take a break definitely from sex, and you can even do it while you're in a relationship. If you're with someone who's toxic, they will not support you. But it can be like a very helpful experience. Maybe you got something from this, maybe not. That's okay. Everything is not for everybody, and I'm perfectly okay with that. But if you did, let me know. Leave me a comment. And thank you for watching.